recording.
Yeah, hello guys, my name is Gary from CNM Cyber, and we have a technology board meeting. It's like July 20th, and because right now we don't have any other place to post, to publish. And today we will talk about Proxmox. A separate, like I would say, we decided to move it from Proxmox. It's related, but it is not like directly. It's called like VM project, virtual machines, and maybe Kevin and Rita is participating. Rita, Kevin, Rita participates twice. Wow, and Natalia. So they will share something. Erastus has his own machine too, but he didn't give any updates. And then we will talk about wiki and mention coordinators. So if no any other ideas or questions, let's start with the Proxmox. So what the situation is. So we decided to make, instead of one instances, to have two instances. One is a cluster of 3 nodes, and another is just simple one server, one node. No, let's say one server, or one dedicated server instance. On the second one, Natalia will create different virtual machines to different participants, and we will talk about like next. Oh, let's call it Proxmox cluster. Yeah, I like this cluster, and this will be Proxmox 4 VM. Let's call them this way, VMs. Okay, so with their cluster, we talked yesterday with Natalia, and we decided that we will probably try to go with Ceph as Mohammed recommended. Jitsi, we will talk about Jitsi when the cluster is available, is ready, and we will try and to see how it works. We didn't do anything about self-design, and most likely we'll move it to the next sprint, not with Mohammed. Mohammed, he indicated something, but maybe either I misunderstood him. Right now, he just using this like 3 nodes, 3 nodes kind of combined, not synchronized. Server is no longer an issue. And yeah, and we gave this project to Mohammed, and he's working. We asked him, he asked like, right now, this is his last message, right? Natalia, did you see it? I copied from his email.
Yes, I see.
So the point is that should we go to IPv4 or IPv6 network for cluster communication? Like we had this discussion yesterday. It's kind of new message which came after our conversation, but I feel like we will write to him that we will ask questions. So let's say with this, like not all users can access IPv6. If we use IPv4 the bridge at our switch, right? Why
Right,
and
right.
one node will not be accessible through IPv4, and what the point, right? So is kind of this. My question is, Natalia, is whether this like last message gave anything to us new, or I will write the way how I wanted to write. We discussed to write, so we wanted to write. So we will ask him again. So we have this IPv4 network, right? And whether we can use this network for a cluster, because we have no need to treat every node as a separate node in the cluster, right?
Right.
So this last his message, did it change anything or no? Or we go with our plan, our kind of.
He said that not all user can access IPv6, and I think we can create cluster without IP4, 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 and can work with this cluster.
Okay, cool. So we kind of we're in a good like work in progress on that, I feel. So right now I will email asking the questions which we discussed yesterday, and let's see his response. So Proxmox for virtual machines. So you said like you moved everything from like to our new instance, right? And Kevin, did you access the virtual machine? Did you play with this? Did you try to record, or what is your experience? Can you report anything?
Yeah, my experience is I received new credentials for a new virtual machine then that Natalia shared recently, and I tried it out. It's working well. And in regards to recording, I am not able to record. I'm still doing some tests, and also I reached out to Natalia for some instructions that she can generate of how we can record using the virtual machine. But I was able to
Yeah.
install
Okay.
my
Cool.
Google.
Yeah. Natalia is also like experimenting right now.
Okay.
So I didn't do anything on my side, but should we like whom else on the meeting? Rita, did you try to use? If you are here, did you try to use your virtual machine? Did you try to record? Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
how did it go? How did it go?
It went well. Only that I just had connection issues from my side, but I managed to record. But I used OBS Studio because Natalia told me I can download and install softwares unless.
You downloaded on this like virtual machine. You downloaded, or Natalia downloaded.
Yes.
Installed OBS Studio and you recorded there.
Yeah.
And recording is good. Is recording
Yes.
good?
So
Okay.
yeah.
Can be an answer. So right now, Natalia is trying, and as far as I understand, Kevin experimented with recording through Jitsi, but we technically can use OBS recording with no any problems, right?
Right.
Wow, it's something new, and we have no any problems with their like a sound card, like audio card, right, and camera, and they're just OBS Studio record, and that's it. We'll have kind of let's do like some more experiments, and then we will kind of just need to maybe next meeting, if you're available, we will just make a decision or try or to kind of to move it to a separate task group, because we if like let's say OBS Studio works, and so like we need to decide whether to use OBS Studio or GC recording, or maybe use OBS Studio as a like a backup recording. So we need just like decide, make strategic decision how we will make it. So like what the process to kind of to host an event and to record.
Okay.
Okay. So it's we have some progress, which is good. Next, wiki is kind of so the old. We wanted to determine whether integration is possible. When we talk about wiki right now, we're talking about wiki LDAP integration, and then reach out to previous contractor who worked as a sparring contractor, showing up interest and determine whether integration is possible. And so I emailed to our like previous contractor or current contractor, and actually I shared our video, our tech board video, and he watched it, and it is his message, and he said, "I watched the meeting, and thanks to Nata for holding the line for me." So we decided just to wait, and this basically it was good. And what he wrote is, I actually completed the setup before finding out that pluggable auth, he misspelled, it should be auth, right? I copied what he wrote, but it should be auth. Pluggable auth plugin version has some known issues with the new version of MediaWiki. There isn't working, anything else left. Withholding from the project. The connection authentication LDAP server is successful on the back end, but the plugin needs some more work for it to be functional on the web page. I can try to fix it, but I don't know exactly how long it can take like for me probably. Yeah, that's right. So much for little or nothing. I cut from so like when I make this ellipsis, means I cut like some words. So maybe it plugs from another space from another space. The reason for this is not that I don't know how to set it up, and it's due to lack of maintenance from the plugin provider. So I found myself trying to fix and maintain PHP code for which I wasn't hired for. This is correct. It will be better to wait on the updated plugin than to waste money. Again, probably he means waste. Or effort on it, have no results. As I said earlier, the connection from Wiki to LDAP is successful, but the plugin is not progressing rightly, the credentials passed on the web interface. So it feels like he did like what he could do. We will not get anything from him anymore. I mean, like in terms of their connection, it doesn't make sense to experiment because experiments cost money, and if we don't have any like specific result. So what I feel is right to do, I will polish this sentence and reach out to other candidates saying that we hired someone, and this someone came to this place. If you can integrate MediaWiki and LDAP, give me your budget, right?
Right.
And schedule. if you cannot integrate, we just close the project and that's it. And we will be happy with each other. So this is kind of new information. Did I miss anything, or you have any questions? Again, I feel like we hired the fine person. He really tried, but we were not aware when we were hiring. We were not aware that that plugins themselves have issues. And it's a surprise for me because I felt like LDAP is just stable. LDAP is used by, let's say, Active Directory, AD, which, by the way, the major often serves as a major authenticator for Microsoft Cloud. But we have what we have. It looks like, again, it looks like he honestly delivered, or he reported what issues he ran to. Again, I plan to summarize where we are, reach out to others. If anyone will say I can do it within, let's say, like 1 week, it should be someone who knows the issue. If we have no one, we will just move to WSO identity server. Is there anything else on this topic or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
what, Kevin?
like, what would be the alternative if the integration is not possible? Like you mentioned, WSO2.
We will plug like the third. We will plug the third party kind of plugin. Like we discussed several times WSO2, and we even Natalia even tried to not tried even installed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't go through. Yeah, even like you see, the project was created WSO2 identity server for applet. We didn't progress it, so we wanted to use WSO for a while, for many years. I would say 7 years. We kind of first discovered this, and Muhammad may be helpful. By the way, it's developed in Indonesia. And so they have kind of several micro integrator identity server. Here we go. So we discussed to use this. We also discussed several other things, but it looked at that moment, and it looks till now as a kind of as a valid solution. So instead of, again, the answer to your question, instead of plugging directly LDAP and MediaWiki, we'll use kind of another like identity server between them. So LDAP will provide identity server with a database on the users, and MediaWiki will get kind of their. So this will be kind of the solution, alternative solution, or primary solution. Because again, with the LDAP, the issue which we have with LDAP is that LDAP doesn't allow for single sign-on. So if you sign in to, let's say, Wiki, you didn't sign to, let's say, Jitsi simultaneously. And with WSO2 identity server, it will be possible. You don't need to sign it several times. You just plug it in one place and then you walk. So we plan to keep LDAP for as a kind of as a data provider for WSO2, and we'll keep LDAP access on those instances which allow for, let's say, Moodle or something else, but not on MediaWiki.
Okay.
Anything else? More questions?
Mm.
Okay, with other coordinators, we still like Rastus and Rita and Gracie. I'm still waiting for someone who can move. So like the state of the coordinators project as of now. I understand it in this way. Rita and Gracie and Rastus have been graduated from the training at their stage at what it is. We don't have anything else. So they tested, but we have nothing else to test. So I feel like they finished what we kind of learning experience we're done. And now I offering them a contract to work on office hours or other deliverables. If they want to work, they are welcome to work. If they don't want to work, so they can wait until we will develop more learning materials, or to pursue something else, or they already earned my recommendations or our recommendations, some experience, and they can keep CNM Cyber in their resumes if they want, if they choose to. But again, at this moment, it's not clear whether they can go to the coordinator page, the stage. And we need coordinators for other projects. For WSO2, for instance, this is a separate project. Any questions? Any answers?
No questions for me.
Okay, so then let's go with the open mic. Anything which anyone can want to bring on our discussion or not? If not, thanks so much, everyone. Kevin, I expect that you will post it on our YouTube channel. And good job, good week. We're moving to somewhere, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a week. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.